यमुनतीरा वनचारी यमुनतीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदनंदन व्रज जन रंजना यमुनतीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी श्रील प्रभुपाद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 61. We'll read the last verse, next number 40. ततः अनिरुद्धं सह सूर्यया वरं रथं समारोप्य ययुः कुशस्थलीं राम आदयः भोजकटाट् दशार्हः सिद्धा अखिला अर्ताः मधुसूदना आश्रयः। ततो अनिरुद्धं सह सूर्यया वरं रथं समारोप्य ययुः कुशस्थलीं रामादयो भोजकटा दशार्हः सिद्धाखिलार्थ मधुसूदन आश्रयाः। ततो अनिरुद्धं सह सूर्यया वरं रथं समारोप्य ययुः कुशस्थलीं रामादयो भोजकथा दशार्हः सिद्धाखिलार्थ मधुसूदनाश्रयाः। बोलिए। Matajis, Tataha, then Aniruddham, Aniruddha, Saha, together with Suryaya, his bride, Varam, the groom, Ratham, on his chariot, Samaropya, placing, Yayuhu, they went, Kushastalim, to Kushastali, Dwarka, Ramadayaha, headed by Lord Balaram, Bojakatat, from Bojakata, Dasarha, the descendants of Dasarha, Siddha, fulfilled, Akhila, all, Artaha, whose purposes, Madhusudana, of Lord Krishna, Ashrayaha, under the shelter. Translation purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace. Then the descendants of Dasarha, headed by Lord Balaram, seated Aniruddha and his bride on a fine chariot and set off from Bojakata for Dwarka. Having taken shelter of Lord Madhusudana, they had fulfilled all their purposes. Purport. Even though Rukmini was very dear to all the Dasarhas, her brother Rukmi had constantly opposed and insulted Krishna since Rukmini's wedding. Thus, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti explains, the associates of Lord Krishna could hardly lament Rukmi's sudden demise. Thus end the purports of humble servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada, to the 10th canto, 61st chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Lord Balarama Slays Rukmi. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamalini Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. Yo anta pravishya mama vachimimam prashuptam Sanjivate klishakti-dhara svadhamna Anyam stahasacharna shravnatvagadivi Pranam namo bhagavate purushaya tubhyam. This chapter now is closing. After the wedding, I'm not going to read all the verses. You can read after the class. Right. Only translations are there. I will just say it in briefly. After the wedding is over, usually all these people, North India and all, uh, they have a lot of dancing and all goes on, right? All the दूल्हा को और दुल्हन को घोड़े पे लेके आते हैं, and then all the people they dance, right? And then they have drink parties and all that, right? Do you know why? Do you know why they dance in the marriage? Bharat बोलते हैं ना, Bharat. In South India we don't have that. Do you know why? Why do they dance? Huh? What is your name? Huh? Subal Keshu. Sundar Keshu. विमल केशव. बोलिए. they are very happy. और एक बकरा बन रहा है. राइट. घोड़ी पे क्यों लेके आते हैं मालूम है? हाँ, घोड़ी पे क्यों लेके आते हैं? भागने का और एक चांस. अभी भी टाइम है, वक्त है भागने का. So marriage means all enjoyment, and then they play cards. They play cards and all that. So in this wedding also they wanted to play dice. It is very bewildering to people. How can they say? Prabhupada said there is no difference between Krishna and Balram, except for the color. That is the tattva. Krishna's immediate expansion is Lord Balaram, and then from left side Srimati Radharani. So they are non-different from Krishna. So Krishna is known as Sachidananda Vigraha. He is full of knowledge. So how is it possible for Lord Balaram not to know, not to play dice properly? Right? That is why there is one very great Kirtankar in South India. His name was Tyagara Swami. He was singing one bhajan in Telugu. He says that, my dear Lord Ramchandra, it is not very, very surprising. It's not so big thing that you built a bridge across the ocean. It is not very, very surprising that you killed Ravanasur just like that. Right? Then you killed all these Rakshasas and all that. It is not very surprising that you killed 14,000 Rakshasas in 1 hour. But it is so surprising how you did it. How you are pretending that you don't know where is Sita. You are Sarvajna, you know everything. How you are pretending so nicely that you don't know where is Sita. For that, I offer respects to you. Like that he was singing. So how is it possible for Lord Balaram not to know dice properly? उसको मारने का था, रुक्मी को मारने का था. Right? So they were playing dice, and then they were they were betting so much. Nowadays, so many people lives they get destroyed. They get destroyed by this betting business. Especially they bet on cricket matches, and we come to know now they have some online games and betting and goes on. Very, very bad. So many people they get destroyed their lives. So this betting is not good, but it is there. So betting was going on, and then Lord Balaram apparently was losing. Then at one point in time he won, but Rukmi was cheating. Right? Rukmi was cheating, and again some 1 million gold coins they bet. 1 million gold coins they bet, and then so this time Balaram won again, but Rukmi along with his crooked friends, they were shouting out, saying that, we have one, we have one. Then he was ridiculing. So this Duryodhan, uh, the Jarasandha, Shishupala, they all would ridicule. अरे एक ग्वाला है, ये राजा नहीं है. They, in the Swayamvar of Draupadi, when Krishna wanted to stop the war, fight between, after the Draupadi's hand was won. So Krishna was actually trying to, stop. Then that time Jarasandha, एक ग्वाला का बात हम नहीं सुनेंगे. Right? Duryodhana also, एक ग्वाला, आप ग्वाला है. Right? It is a slang, It's a slang for Krishna and Balaram. एक ग्वाला है. Right? See, that is Krishna. He knew all these things, but still, he appeared. Even though he appeared in the Kshatriya family, he went and lived with coward boys, which is not a very great caste. Prabhupada writes that Munigan and Rupavarya Sankulenta, that verse is there in first canto, where Prabhupada says, in Rajasuya sacrifice, Vaishyas, Sudras, fallen Brahmanas, and dogs are not allowed near the sacrificial arena. And Prabhupada says, Sudras and Vaishyas, they are not very important people. That is why not much discussed in Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada writes in that purport. So, but Krishna came and then lived with them. So, which quality that signifies? Tell. Krishna coming down and going to live with the coward boys and girls, women. बोलो. ना, और एक है. So, Vedanta Desika, he writes in Yadava Abhyudayam, Krishna's appearance, he exhibited 4 qualities. One is Bhakta Vatsalyata. And then number 2, Saushilyata. And then number 3, Saulabhyata. Number 4, Bhagavattata. So, this Saushilya means both Ramchandra and Krishna, they exhibited this quality of Saushilyata. Saushilyata means even though one is born in a very great aristocratic family, he comes down to associate with lower caste people, lower Varna people. So that is called Saushilyata. Like Lord Ramchandra went and hugged, Guha. He was belonging to, Adivasi, Nishad, Adivasi. But still he said, he is my 5th brother. He considered him his brother. That is Saushilyata. But Ramchandra was belonging to very great Suryavamsha king, So that is Saushilyata. But people, they appreciate, devotees appreciate. So, this Damodar Leela represents Saulabhyata, easily available. Anyway, that's not our topic. So, he was ridiculing, Wala hai, aap log kya jate, jao, you go and take care of the cows. What are you doing? You don't have a kingdom also. You are not a king. Go and take care of the cows. What are you doing in the playing dice with Kshatriyas? Like that they were ridiculing. And then that Kalinga Deshraj, he was laughing, showing his teeth. So meanwhile, Akashvani announced that Balaram has won. But still, they were... So Balaram became very angry and then hit with a club. Then immediately he died. Right? So Rukmi's saga has ended now. So this is the problem. There are 2 kinds of, even though Krishna is, Jijaji, right? Jijaji. So, Anyway, so why they have जीजा साला relation अच्छा थोड़ा मीठा रहता है, right? जीजा साला का right? सो जीजा जी बहुत सारे गिफ्ट्स वगैरह लेके आते हैं अपने साले को, right? So they have then how many grahas are there, huh? 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 Navagrahas? Actually 10. Jamata Dasmagraha. you know, son-in-law is the 10th graha. He keeps on demanding. मेरा मारुति गाड़ी ले, रेफ्रिजरेटर दो, और एक घर दो. Why there is a joke, why so much damad is so much respected. Because हमारा problem you are taking care. Like that. So that sweet relationship he could have cultivated, right? He could have cultivated that sweet relationship, but somehow he has developed hatred for Krishna right from the beginning. So Prabhupada says this demoniac quality, mentality of hating Krishna, this comes from the birth only. It's not that they become asuras later on, right? Later on, it comes from the birth only. So by naturally he was demoniac. So that is why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, "Dau bhuto sargo lokosmin, daiva asura evacha, daivi vistarato prokta, asrim partame shrunu." The first verse, first 3 verses, I think, or 4 verses, Krishna spoke about the divine qualities. 4 or 3? 4. 3 verses. And then later on, all the verses in Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, all demoniac qualities. Just like Prabhupada says, पांडवों का संख्या कम है, कौरवों का संख्या ज़्यादा है. But the Pandavas, proved very heavy on, these demons, Kauravas, even though they are higher in number. One Acharya says that before reading Bhagavad Gita, all chapters, first read 16th chapter Bhagavad Gita and understand what are the divine qualities. Then develop those qualities. Then only you will understand Bhagavad Gita. First we develop, Abhayam Satvasam Shuddhi, Dhyana Yoga Vyavasthita. Like that, there are, I think 27 divine qualities, or 26, Krishna explained in the 3 verses. So anyway, so these demons and devotees, so the devotees, they have natural attraction for Krishna, and the demons, they have natural aversion for Krishna, right? So there are 3 places in Ramayana commentary they describe. One is Ayodhya, another is Kishkinda, third one is Sri Lanka, Lanka. Ayodhya means samskaris. They develop samskara. They want to serve the Lord. Divine qualities. Lanka, demoniac qualities. Right? Demoniac qualities. So they want to enjoy, eat, drink and make merry. Right? So that is their policy. Like first time when I came to Mumbai, I joined a defense company. So many local people are there, Maharashtrians and all. So I came from a Brahmin family and I didn't have any bad habits, drinking, smoking and all. So one of the colleague, he they have this, khain nahi khate hai na. They keep on eating that. I said, what is this, Arey, Sivaram, you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't go to bars and all, you don't do ladki baji. When you go to Swarga, God will ask you, ये सब करने के लिए तुमको भेजा है, कुछ नहीं किया, वापस चले जाओ. ऐसा वापस चले जाओ, ऐसा तुमको वापस भेज देगा भगवान. ऐसा they used to ridicule. So there Prabhupada says, eat, drink and make merry, Charvak philosophy, or beg or borrow, or steal, but somehow or other drink ghee and enjoy. Who saw next life and all that, right? Prabhupada says at least Charvaka is better. He is telling us to drink ghee. These demons nowadays, they say don't take cow products and all that. They drink olive oil, like that they say, like that. So why these demonic qualities? Some people. So there are, when Brahma created this world, first thing that he created is 5 coverings. Anybody knows? No, 5 coverings of ignorance. Right? Note down. Tamishra, Andatamishra, Tamas, Moha and Mahamoha. Right? So Tamishra means, Prabhupada used these 2 words, anger and envy, synonymously. He equated. He said, because of anger or envy, that Krishna is only enjoying. Why I cannot enjoy like Krishna? This is called Tamishra. Right? Then Andatamishra is to, death is everything. End of life. After death, nothing is there. Then eat, drink, make merry. That is, I already explained. That is Andatamishra. Tamas, Andatamishra is because of tamas. Tamas means bodily concept of life, not to know that a soul is there, God is there. Tamishra, tamas. Then moha means once you are in bodily, once soul is in bodily concept of life, he simply wants to enjoy sex life. Then attachments, attachments will develop and all that. And then Mahamoha means intense desire to enjoy material enjoyment, material facilities. Right? So now Tamishra, Andatamishra, Tamas, Moha and Mahamoha. Mahamoha means intense desire to enjoy material sense gratification. Intense desire. So, in order to become attracted to Krishna, we should uncover these 5 levels of ignorance. Right? Like that. For that is why we should sit in Bhagavatam class and hear every day the glories of Krishna. Right? Satsange mukta dussange hatum notsahate buddha kirtamanam yasho yasya sakrit akarna rochanam tasmin nastadiyo partha saheran viraham katham darshana sparsha samplapa sayanasana bhojanai. Right? So Prabhupada wrote very beautiful purport. So the meaning of this verse is, one should sit in satsang and hear about Krishna. One should give up dussanga. Satsange mukta dussanga. Hatum notsahate buddha. Those who are intelligent people, they should give up dussanga and sit in satsanga and hear about Krishna. What is the greatness of hearing about Krishna? Sakrid means even once also. Even once also, if you hear about Krishna, Sakrid, yeah, Akarna Rochanam, yeah, so one will become so attracted that one cannot give up, Krishna Katha, Sakrid Akarna Rochanam, because it is so blissful, it is so enlivening to hear about Krishna. Then what to speak of Pandavas? Tasmin Nastadiyo Partha. They have lost everything. They have lost their consciousness because they are completely Krishna conscious. How will they feel the separation from Krishna? Then they have intense attachment because they are actually Darshana Sparsha Samplapa Shayanasana Bhojanai. They were Krishna and Arjuna, they were sleeping in the same bed. Right? They are taking darshan of Krishna. They are touching Krishna. Then they are eating together. Right? So Prabhupada writes that just like a gunpowder, when somebody shoots, a gun, the gunpowder comes out, then nobody can stop it. It has to come out and then hit somebody, gunpowder. Like that, hearing Krishna Katha is like that, like a gunpowder. So, when we hear about Krishna more and more, this Sarveti, so that is why when Krishna is going away to from Hastinapur to Dwarka, all the residents of Hastinapur and Indraprastha, they became very, very disturbed that Krishna is going away. And they became, so they were actually Sarvete Animishaha Akshaha. Tam Anu Druta Chittayaha. It says that, Vikshantaha Bandena, Krishna Bandena, Vichelus Tatra Tatraha. It says that when Prabhupada used this one very nice word, their hearts are melting on pot of attraction. Nice word. And then another nice word he used is hitar and titar. Hitar and titar. So, when the residents of Hastinapur, they were looking at Krishna without blinking their eyes. And then they became so attracted, their hearts are melting on the pot of attraction. And they were moving, Vichelis Tatra Tatraha, they are moving here and there. So, that is natural attraction they have developed because they have heard about Krishna. And then Anyonyam Asitsan, then Krishna is going, all the residents of Hastinapur, especially the ladies, they got up on the terraces and they were showering flowers. And they were talking about Krishna. Anyonyam Asit Sanjalpa. Uttama Shloka Chetasa. Kauravendra Purastrinam. Sarvashruti Manoharam. So all the ladies of, so very nicely Prabhupada writes that actually these ladies, they have simplicity. That is why Krishna's incarnation is meant for ladies. That is why wherever Krishna Bhagavad Katha goes on, mostly ladies they come. They are natural attraction for Krishna. Krishna's incarnation is meant for ladies. So all these ladies of Hastinapur, they became very attracted. So they were talking about Krishna. Then among themselves, Asis Sanjalpa, among themselves, because their consciousness is attracted to Krishna. So that is why they were actually speaking about Krishna, that Krishna is like this, Krishna is like that. They were speaking about Aho Alam Slagyatamam Yador Kulam. Aho alam punyatamam madurvanam yadasya pumsha rishabhaya shriya patim swajanmana sankramanam chanchati. Oh, this personality of Godhead, Krishna, he is the one. In the beginning, he lied down on the ocean of Garbha. Then from his navel, this lotus flower came. Then Brahmaji has come, and the Brahmaji has created. This same personality of Godhead, Aho Alam, how glorious is Yadukula, that this same personality of Godhead has taken birth in this family. How great, how Madhuvana, how glorious is this Madhuvana that Krishna has, Rishabhaya, the greatest, Shriya Patim, the husband of goddess of fortune. Then he has taken birth in this Madhuvana. Sankramanam Chanchati, he was moving around in and around Madhuvana, Mathura, Vrindavan, Gokul, Vrindavan, Mathura, everywhere. So Prabhupada says that, writes in third canto Bhagavatam, second chapter, that this area between Delhi, Mathura and Delhi, very glorious, because Krishna moved around in this place. And then there are many devotees, they search for Krishna. They search for Krishna in these areas. Even though they may not find Krishna right now, but the search itself is very glorious. The search itself is very glorious. So when we go to Vrindavan, we should not go to eat pizzas and pastas, right? ऐसा लोग टूट पड़ते हैं as if it's not available in Mumbai. As soon as they go to Mayapur, they will skip Guru Puja and pizza, Mayapur pizza. They sell, around 7:30 in the morning, they sell pizzas in Mayapur Mahaprasad stall. Right? And then, toot padti, are Guru Puja mein nacho? Right? Pizzas are always I think now our Bristow pizza also is very nice. Right? Then Chapati pizza is very famous. Pizza, right? Huh? Chintamani. Or Bristow pizza is also nice. So we can eat here. Pasta and everything is available here. So when we go to Mayapur and Vrindavan, what we should do? Huh? Search for Krishna. And then we should live with this hope. We should go to where maybe when we go to Nidhivan, Krishna may come out. Hare Ramrupa kaisa hai, right? What is there in Asha karne mein kya hai, right? Right? Daydreaming. You can always daydream, that Krishna has come and embraced. Right? Like Prabhupada says that, Krishna shook hands with Brahmaji. Right? Shook hands with him. So this handshake is not some Western culture. In Vedic culture also, handshake is there. We say namaste, but Krishna shook hands with Brahmaji. Prabhupada said, those who follow Brahmaji and practice Krishna consciousness, one day Krishna will shake hands with him also. Right? Shake him. Like that. So, Natena Purushottame Tri Jagatam Ekadipe Chetasa Sevye Svasya Padasya Datari Pare Narayane Tishtati Yam Kanchit Purushadhamam Katipaya Gramesha Malpatatam Sevayai Mrugyamahe Naramaho Mudhavara Kavayam. Maharaj Kulashakar says, Natena Purushottame Tri Jagatam Ekadipe Seve Chetasa Sevye. Even if somebody serves Krishna, even in mind, Krishna gives himself to that person. Krishna gives Vaikuntha to that person. What to speak of serving, personally. Prabhupada writes in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that what is actually servitorship? Servitorship means one who, according to Prabhupada says, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, according to some sources, those who do Varnashram Dharma duties and give the fruits of their activities to Krishna, that is called servitorship. But according to Vaishnava Siddhanta, servitorship means giving up everything and rendering personal service to Krishna. Right? Personal service to Krishna. So we have Prabhupada, gave this opportunity to serve Krishna personally. Our process is serving Krishna directly. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Padasevanam, Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam, Iti Pumsharpita Vishnu, Bhaktishche Navalakshana, Kriyeta Bhagavati Adha. Adha means direct. Directly serving Krishna. Prabhupada writes, if somebody can render service to Krishna, he can render service to Krishna. But even if he desires to serve Krishna, he is considered liberated. So, if you cannot go for book distribution, at least sit and meditate that you have distributed 1 lakh Gitas. Right? At least for me, many people they say, Ramrupa, why don't you build a temple? I said, oh Mera, it is not my cup of coffee. So I will build temple in my mind. Very gorgeous. Now they are building 700 feet tall temple in Vrindavan, right? I can build 1000 feet tall, all lapis lazuli, marble, very nice. In the mind you can build a temple, right? And then offer to Krishna. Then you are a liberated soul. Right? So there are so many opportunities are there to render service to Krishna. So this, we should develop this attraction, for rendering service to Krishna. That is why, Prabhupada writes in Bhaktirasam Sindhu that one should meditate on Namarupa Gunalila. Namarupa Gunalila. So Prabhupada writes in the purport that one should be very attached to chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, note down, Prabhupada says, you can purchase Krishna. Right? We have a process given by Prabhupada where we can purchase Krishna. Anybody, Prabhupada says that, that is Nama. So one who understands that Krishna's name and Krishna's Krishna are non-different. One who chants with this understanding that Krishna and his holy name are non-different, that chanting is called pure chanting. Right? Pure chanting. So, in the beginning itself, when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we can tell Krishna, my dear Krishna, you and your holy name are non-different. With that process, with that bhavana, we should chant, like that. And then, Prabhupada says, many times I told this, one should take darshan of Krishna and then one should meditate on the form of Krishna. Right? So, we should, always, meditate on the form of Krishna. Namarupa Guna. Guna is wonderful qualities. Right? Gunatmanaste gunan vibhatim. Hitavatarnasya ko ishri asya kalera yasya vimata sukalpai bhupamshva khe mihika dubhashayaha. Brahmaji is saying, my dear Lord, a time will come, some materialistic scientists will count all the atoms of the earth. They will count all the atoms of the particles of the ice. They may count all the particles of the light. But they will not be able to count in your wonderful, innumerable qualities. Right? That is why 2 words you always remember. Right? Always, when you come to the temple, always remember. One is Divya Mangala Murti. Krishna's deity is what? Divya Mangala Murti. Then Ananta Kalyana Guna. Krishna has wonderful auspicious qualities. We should always remember, that is why it is said, Sakridmana Krishna Padar Vindayor, Niveshitam Tad Gunaragi Yair Yeha, Nate Yamam Pashabata Tad Brutan, Swapnepi Pashyanti Chirna Nishkritaha. I will close this lecture by saying this. You go and read this verse and purport from 6th canto, 1st chapter, Sakrit Mana Krishna. Even if once, right? Even if once, Sakrit Mana Krishna Padara Vindayor. So Prabhupada writes in Bhakti Sam Sindhu that meditating on the lotus feet of Krishna is the most auspicious thing in this world. Right? So Prabhupada, Prabhupada recommends we should meditate on the lotus feet of the deity form of the Lord, Radha Rasviya. We should remember lotus feet of Krishna. So, Sakridmana Krishna Padara Vindayor, Niveshitam, even if you bring some qualities of Krishna, right? Some qualities of Krishna, and meditate on them, think about them. Tell one, what is your name, Prabhu? Huh? Chaitanya Chandra, tell one quality of Krishna. All attract. Say one quality of Krishna. Poetic. Say one quality. Magnanimous. Bolo one quality. हो गया वो. There are innumerable. वो भी हो गया. Intelligent. Very good. Very good. You know what is the definition of intelligence? One who has good memory power and discrimination. That is called intelligent. Right? So Prabhupada explains that intelligent means Krishna is very intelligent because he has memory power. As soon as he learnt, in 64 days, he learned 64 arts from Sandipani Muni. Then he had very discrimination. Then Prabhupada quoted this pastime of Krishna killing, instrumental in killing Kala Yavana. Because as a Kshatriya, he was not supposed to touch a Yavana king, even for killing. But he had to be killed. So he took him to Muchukunda's cave and then he got him killed. That is, Prabhupada says, that is discrimination. Right? Another quality of Krishna is pure. Right? Purity means Prabhupada defined as two components of purity. Purity means one who has ability to purify anything or anybody which comes in contact with him. Another thing is, he will never do anything which is impure. Right? So then Prabhupada quoted that Vidura telling Dhritarashtra Maharaj that, take the chanting the holy name of Krishna because, everything will be purified simply by chanting Krishna's holy name. Like that. Then, another quality, Bolo Vishnu. Huh? Kripalu. Yes, what do you say? But it's not listed like that. That is not the quality, divine quality. Bolo? Huh? Bhaktavatsala. See, all of you don't read. There are 64 qualities. So there are so many nice qualities. Like, Krishna is a supreme controller. What is supreme controller? Prabhupada defined one who is independent. Right? One who is completely independent. And then nobody can defy his orders. Right? Nobody can defy his orders. Independent. Prabhupada says, Krishna is completely independent. Then he quoted two pastimes. One is Kaliya, even though he is a rascal number one. He gave the dust of his lotus feet on Kaliya's head, even though Lakshmi Devi did not get. Right? He is completely independent. Then, even though Brahma, he is his very first pure devotee, when he came and offered prayers, he didn't bother. He didn't bother to reply. So why? Krishna is independent. Prabhupada. Right? And then nobody can defy his orders. Krishna, this verse, Swayam Atishayas Trayadishaha, Swarajya Lakshmim Apta Samastakamaha, Balim Haridbis Chiralokapala, Kirita Kotidita Padapita. This verse from 3rd canto, 2nd chapter, go and read. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu commented on this verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Opulences and beauty of Krishna chapter is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela. And then Mahaprabhu became ecstatic describing what is Trayadisha. Go and read, Trayadisha. Very beautifully, Mahaprabhu explained, Krishna himself explained. Go and read that chapter, very ecstatic chapter. You should by heart that chapter. Opulences and beauty of Krishna, Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela. Anyway, so Prabhupada quoted this verse that this quality, that demigods and everybody, they offer their offerings to Krishna, and then they offer obeisances, keeping their crowns touching their lotus feet. Right? I will finish by saying one more quality. Krishna is grateful. Bolo? What did Krishna say about Prabhupada wrote? What did Prabhupada write in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? Prabhupada, Krishna is grateful. Right? Prabhupada told that, Krishna told Draupadi that, my dear Krishna, Panchali, Krishna, he used to call her Krishna. Krishna, our Bhagavan is Krishna. Draupadi is Krishna. My dear Krishna, my dear Panchali, when you chanted, Hey Krishna, Hey Govinda, during the time of Vastraharan, you purchased me. I became indebted to you because you chanted helplessly my name. I became indebted to you. I am grateful to you. I don't know how to repay my debt to you. So Krishna is grateful. Right? What is your karmi name? Aditya. If I call you Aditya, will you give me money? Nothing, right? But if you say Krishna, 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 Krishna will give himself. Right? So Krishna, we should keep on saying Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Then one day we can purchase Krishna. Like that. So this verse I am explaining that. So if you bring Prabhupada says in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, one should meditate on the qualities of Krishna on a regular basis. So we should read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, 64 qualities, and try to remember. One more quality. There's lustre. I see the beauty. Krita Lakshana means beautiful symptoms, symbols. So one gopi was telling, oh, my dear Krishna, I see lustre of lotus flowers in Krishna's body. When they would see Krishna, all lotus flowers. How many lotus flowers in Krishna? People Keshav. Huh? How many lotuses are there in Krishna body? Huh? 8. Lotus eyes, lotus feet, lotus hands, lotus navel, and lotus face. Right? Pitva mukunda mukasaragam akshibringai tapam jahur virajam rajayoshitoni tatsat kritim samadigam yavivesha gostum subridahasa vinayam yadapanga moksham. So Prabhupada says, our eyes we should make, the gopis made their eyes into bumblebees. What is the attraction at bumblebees? The nectar in the lotus flower. So even if they would see one anga of Krishna like eyes, their eyes are stuck in the thick mud of nectar, and they were unable to change their vision from the retrieve their vision from the lotus eyes. Like that they are stuck. Like that each anga, like that, Pitva Mukunda Mukasaragam Akshibhrungai, Akshibhrungai, like that. So there are Read them, very interesting chapter, 64 qualities of Krishna. And then it's very ecstatic, blissful chapter. Krishna, very nicely, Prabhupada explained all the qualities of Krishna. And then when you are free, meditate on the qualities of Krishna. Krishna is grateful, Krishna is pure, Krishna is the supreme controller, Krishna is heroic. Huh? Krishna, like that, there are many intelligent, then pure, grateful, like that, many qualities like that. So, Niveshitam. And then, somebody who does like that, Yamadutas, they will not even come in dream. Swapnepi pashyanti china nishkritaha. All their sins are nullified simply by, even once you bring lotus feet of Krishna in your heart, even once you bring qualities of Krishna in your heart. Like that, we have to develop attraction for Krishna. Then, so that is the gist of this chapter, that, devotees are attracted to Krishna's beauty, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's holy name. Ramrupa Guna Leela. Leela I didn't tell. Then, Prabhupada says, one should meditate on wonderful pastimes of Krishna all the time. Nitya Leela. When we meditate, Prabhupada says, when we meditate on Krishna's pastimes and when we get tears, those tears will exhaust and extinguish the fire of material existence. Right? For fire you need water, right? That ashu, ananda ashru, will extinguish the fire of material existence. And in another instance, Prabhupada writes, when you hear Krishna's pastimes, when you read Krishna book, when you get tears, all the contamination in your heart is washed away. Right? So like this, we should develop attraction for Krishna. Not like Rukmi, Rukmi, Duryodhan, Jarasandh, even though they were seeing Krishna, they did not develop attraction for Krishna. Right? Why? Because Krishna did not want them to become attracted. Right? I will close by saying this one very interesting word, that sentence Prabhupada wrote, that Yad Brahmayata Ayah Brahman Swayam Akarsha Sannidhav Tani me Bidha Cheta Chakrapane Yadruchaya. This is a verse from 7th canto, 5th chapter. Prahlad Maharaj says, my mind is attracted to Krishna by the mercy of Krishna, just like an iron is attracted to the magnet. Then Prabhupada wrote, this Hiranyakashipu is unnaturally unattracted to Krishna. Very beautiful sentence. Unnaturally unattracted to Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. No questions? Huh? अरे देखो कैसा डाइवर्ट हो गया. अयोध्या, then Lanka demons, then this Kishkinda Vanara, means sometimes attracted to sense gratification, sometimes attracted to divine qualities. So we are all, that is why Vanara. So if somebody is attracted to sense gratification, sometimes somebody is attracted to Krishna consciousness, then he is called Vanara. We should become Ayodhya Vasi. Hare Krishna. participate in Kurukshetra.